preceded by a struggle of three regions of the country. The Krasnodar Krai was able to prove that it was the best place for the only physical education institute in the south of Russia.
The most difficult thing to follow the formal opening of the institute was the creation of the resource base adapted to the teaching process in such a specific institution of higher education as an institute of physical education and selection of the personnel.
The problems with the personnel were easy and quickly to solve. Enthusiasts were eager to work, but it was the reconstruction of an old historical building designed by Malgreb that became an epic process. At that time, it was impossible to build anything that had a typical design, but the institute did manage to defeat bureaucracy, and the most difficult thing in that struggle was the construction of the athletic manege.
When it was built, the manege was the only one of this kind in the south of Russia.
The first signal victory of the international level was the success of the institute at the 1976 Olympic Games in Montreal. Lyubov Rusanova and Alexander Petrov opened the score. These students of the Kuban Institute were our first Olympic prize winners. Resources of the institute made it possible to exceed the limits of traditional sports professions. In 1993, the institute was reorganized into the academy. In 2000, the year of striking victories. In 2003, our institution of higher education became a university.
Nowadays, the university is one of the best among the physical culture institutions of higher education in Russia. The university is a prominent education methodical center. It is a galaxy of world-famous scientific schools. The university scientists serve the top-level sports results. The university is a regional educational complex.
It is an institution of higher education with an enormous creative and human potential. It is a team of like-minded persons.
It is here that champions who are born to win are trained. I've chosen sports. It's an active life position. You should stand firm in any situation. Students of sport faculty, activists by nature, combine studies with attaining great achievements. There are 20 sports taught and practiced at our faculty. A second-year student, Olga Strychkova, is a master of sports of international class, a member of the national team. She is a winner of Russia's Youth Spartakiad. The girl with an oar, Julia Kachalova, has been a member of national team since 2005. She is a repeated champion of Russia.
Any sport is closely connected with science. That is why it is necessary to know, for example, how to distribute the distance, what biochemical and physiological processes occur in the human organism.
Sports is an entire science. Students are taught not only how to achieve sports results, but also how to be able to control all the victory components. Top-class coaches, trainers, teachers are grown up here.
The Nebesat team repeated prize winners of all Russia championships and cups. Tatiana Borisenko, possessing candidate master of sport ranking, will soon get the candidate of science degree. She is training little gymnasts and studying a postgraduate courses. Such a substantial approach leads to top achievements. Irina Karavaeva and Alexander Moskalenko, representatives of the Kuban Trampoline School, have become bright Olympic champions and public figures of the country.
This university is one of the best Russian sport institutions of higher education that trains not only Olympians but also world and European champions. And it also produces top-class coaches due to the wonderful selection base they possess.
From theory to practice, easily, cheerfully and together. Each sport festival is a report on school practice of future physical education teachers. The facts are obvious. Such acrobatic exercises are a norm of life even for the first-year students. Among faculty graduates, we can find Andrei Lavrov, the best handball player in Russia, Filipov and Chumak, twice Olympic champions, Kafelnikov, Kardanov, Koksharov and Hatykhov. It is a fact that more than a half of the Kuban Olympic gold has been won by the faculty graduates. This friendly meeting is outside tournament table. The participants of the All-Russia competition in Greco-Roman wrestling are in the sports hall of the Kuban Institution of Higher Education. Alexander Karelin and university pupils Islam Duguchiev and Murat Kardanov are among renowned guests.
Of course, the university did its best for my formation in the top-level sport. This institution of higher education has trained many worthy fellows, and not only athletes, Olympic champions, world champions, European champions, but the main thing is physical education teachers and coaches who are working today in many towns and cities of Russia.
15 faculty graduates bear an honorary title Merit Coach of the Russian Federation. It is easy to win with such traditions.
If you want to reach an Olympic peak, choose the Kuban State University of Physical Education, Sport and Tourism. This is how the mechanisms of rehabilitation of psychic and motor functions in children suffering from attention deficit and hyperactivity disorder work. Professor Trembach, merited person of Kuban involved in science, is the author of this methodology. Sensors simultaneously register brain activity, motor biomechanical parameters, muscle electrical activity. The mission of a rehabilitologist is to restore health. Disabled people, people with limited opportunities study here.
I used to think that the only thing for me is bookkeeping, but when I started going in for sport, powerlifting, I understood that I could do even more. I have become stronger morally and physically. I obtained such high results, became Russian Cup champion in Sochi. I believe that now I am able to help not only myself, but others too.
Health-related technologies are something more than just being healthy. This is national property. Dmitry Karataev, head instructor of water programs, repeated Krasnodar Krai swimming champion, is a graduate of the university in 2005. A team of university graduates is working in X-Fit Meridian Club. Not only as instructors, the manager of the club is a former student of the Physical Culture Institution of Higher Education.
Initially, health-related technologies were just fashionable trend. Nowadays, it has become a must-to-go support qualitative lifestyle.
Master of Sport in Artistic Gymnastics and University graduate 1998.
And such level needs top-class specialists.
The university has created a special center, FitLine, for high-class specialists. Its own students' practice here takes place without leaving the university building. And together with the diploma, they acquire an additional qualification of a fitness instructor.
When children are healthy, the nation is healthy too.
She is a laureate of the President's Prize in the field of education. She graduated from the university in 1982, and now she is a doctor of pedagogy.
For many years, since 1980, we have been cooperating with the University of Physical Education. Our progymnasium has been an innovational federal, municipal and regional experimental site.
Our new methods are based on innovative elaborations of the university psychologists and teachers. One of our methodical aids was awarded the President's Prize. Having been approbated in the progymnasium, these innovative methods are recommended for all preschool children of Kuban region.
We are bringing up a new healthy and happy generation. Competent management is necessary for the sports and tourist industry. Successful business project, the highest league and sports style are the best proof of that. The founders of these brands are the university graduates. It is they who make sport fashionable.
The highest league is purely a trade organization, but 15 years ago, when we began running our company, we thought we would like to bring sports energy and the active way of life into the ordinary people's life. This is what we have been doing all this time.
Candidate of Master of Sports in Modern Pentathlon, possessor of MBA diploma, Alexei is an honored trade worker. He graduated from the university in 1990.
The highest league is one of 3 biggest companies in Russia, but we also have had records in mass sport.
The biggest streetball competitions in the country involve 4,000 participants, and the biggest country competitions in street running number more than 8,000 participants. I am a future specialist in cultural service and tourism. My choice is helping people to get to know the world. The best hotel complexes of the health resort region are the basis of students' practice. Here you can see how future specialists in PR try their skills. Public performances are a serious exam. All university events are organized by future producers of theatrical performances and feasts. Sport can be a grandiose show. Young producers aren't afraid to work at best city sites. They are ambitious in their dreams about their careers.
Thanks to our specialty, we'll open the Olympic Games in Sochi in 2014. In the university structure, there is an institution of the secondary professional education. It is a humanitarian college.
The Faculty of Pre-University Training helps applicants when it's high time to turn dreams into the reality.
Kubang State University of Physical Education is the world-famous university.
I'm a leader of a military sports club, Courage. In my profession, it is necessary to meet modern standards. That's why I'm here.
The university structure also includes Rostov-on-Don Institute of Physical Education and Sport and its Yeisk branch. Young people from the entire region come to the Kuban Sports Institution of Higher Education.
University scientific centers take up complex study of human possibilities. Large Russian funds of fundamental researches and humanitarian scientific fund support unique scientist investigations. Complex scientific groups of unified teams of Russia in trampoline, jumping, taekwondo and handball function at the university base.
In our university, there are perspectives for young scientists. In 2000, our university opened the magistracy. The students have got the real possibility to receive European education. We can defend our candidate thesis and then a doctorate, one in psychological, biological and pedagogical sciences.